This week's this week's lesson in science is from your Stemscopedia workbook, and it is on traits. My page might be formatted a little bit differently because I am using the pages from the website, but it in your workbook it starts on page 83. And it says traits. Here I don't know why the first page says life cycles. Alright, so let's begin. It says, look at the mother polar bear and her cub. What are some things that they have in common? They both have thick fur that looks white, and they both have black noses. Both bears have large paws and sharp claws. This you will find out that it is called inherited, and I'm going to write that word in here. Inherited. These two bears also have things in common that you cannot see in the picture. The mother and her cub hunt seals for food. They are both good swimmers, and they also have an excellent sense of smell. And here is the photo of the polar bears. Again, yours might be formatted a little bit different because I am using the printout from the website. Parents and offspring. Offspring means child. And if we look at the vocabulary word right here, the offspring, the child or offshoot of a parent. Parents and offspring of other organisms are also alike in many ways. They share certain features or traits, and that is the other word for trait. It is an internal or external characteristic or a feature. Many of these traits help organisms to survive in their environment. For example, a polar bear's fur helps it blend in with the snow and keep it warm in the cold habitat. The mother bear's sense of smell helps her, so the sense of smell helps her find food when she is hunting. Why do parents and offspring have so many traits in common? How are these traits passed from one organism to the next? What features do organisms inherit, and again that means born, from their parents? Many living things inherit or get certain traits from their parents. Inherited traits are passed from parents to offspring during reproduction. And reproduction is the process by which parents make offspring. Again, like I said, your page might be formatted a little bit different, but the information is the same. Many external features, and external means outside, and you could see them. Many external features of an organism are inherited. That is why different groups of organisms look so different. Think about types of birds. A flamingo inherits long legs and long curved neck from its parents. The eagle inherits sharp claws and sharp curved beak from its parents. So at the bottom of your page, you have a flamingo and a photo of an eagle. You are still on this page, but I need to go to my next page. Alright, so it was talking about leaves. Plants. Okay, so here again, you're still on page 83. Plants also pass on inherited traits such as leaf shape and size. For example, a maple leaf is wide, a fern leaf is long and narrow. These leaf shapes are inherited from their parent tree. This paragraph is still on page 83. Okay, now you're going to be turning the page, and here, this starts page 84. So if you can turn to page 84. All right, some inherited traits are not about looks, but what an organism can do. For example, and these are still inherited traits. For example, some organisms, such as plants, inherit the ability to make their own food. Cats, such as lions and tigers, inherit the desire to hunt for food. House cats may hunt birds or mice even though their owners give them pet food. Scientists think that even facial expressions are inherited. People who are born blind still naturally smile and frown even without seeing other people. Other people do it. All right. So, what features are inherited or learned behavior? So now we're talking about the learned. Not all features are passed from parents to offspring. Think of animals that can do tricks. Some dogs will sit, stay, or roll over if humans give them commands. Some dolphins can jump through rings. These behaviors do not come from the organism's parents, they are learned. Learned behaviors are changes made by an organism in response to the environment. Parents or other adults can help teach their offspring learned behavior. For example, human parents often teach children certain manners, such as sitting up straight or saying please. Children are not born with these manners, they have to learn them. Same is true about reading. Reading is not an inherited trait. Adults teach humans to read. So let's look at what do you think. Look at the picture of the wolf pack. Here is the photo of the wolf pack. What is one feature that a wolf pup could inherit, and that means born again, from its parents? What is one feature that it could learn? Here is the pup, and I'm going to write that it can inherit the white fur from its parents, and it could learn how to hunt from its parents. Okay, you are still on page 84. So this is still on page 84. We're still on page 84. Many parts of an organism's physical appearance is inherited. However, some physical features are not inherited. For example, if an organism cuts or burns itself, it may develop a scar. This scar did not come from its parents. The same is true of breaking a bone or dyeing your hair a different color. These changes come from an interaction with the environment. These physical features will not pass to the next generation. Think of your own physical features. Do you have any that came from interactions with the environment? And again, that would be like scars, burns, broken bones. So think of things that you have, features that you have on your body that you did not inherit or learn. All right, so now we're able to turn to page 85. And on this page, it says try it now. And it says let's learn about inherited traits and learned behaviors in your class. I want you to change the word class to home because, of course, we are at home. We're not going to school at this time. Which of these traits or behaviors do you have? Write the answers on a piece of paper. So you're looking at which ones do you have. And it says you have dimples or don't have dimples. You can play an instrument or can't play an instrument. You have freckles or don't have freckles. You can roll your tongue or you can't roll. It's just different features that you have or you do not have. You're going to compare your answers with a partner, and that could be your brother or your sister. Are there differences in your answers? With your partner, discuss which features are inherited and which are learned. Check your answers with your, not teacher, I'm going to put parent, or ask an adult to help you find the answers online. If possible, count how many people in your, not class, home have each feature. Which features are the most common? Okay. Career corner breeders. Animal breeders, sorry. Why do some sheep produce more wool than others? Why do some dogs have floppy ears and some have pointed ears? In many cases, humans have changed the traits these animals have over time. The humans that work with animals' inherited traits are called animal breeders. Animal breeders change inherited traits by choosing which animals should reproduce. The breeders choose animals that have valuable traits. The goal is for these parents to pass on their valuable traits to their offspring. Sometimes breeders choose two parents with very different features in order to produce an offspring with a unique mix of traits. Animal breeders work with many different types of animals. For example, they breed horses to produce offspring that are very fast and can run in horse races. Animal breeders also breed farm animals. They try to create offspring that produce more of the goods that humans use, like milk and wool. Breeders also work with threatened species in zoos. They try to make sure the animal produce offspring. In this way, they try to help the species continue. All right, so on the back on page 86, this is your assignment to turn in for the week. It says, what do you know? Look at the pictures of the organism below. Find the features from the box that match the organism in each picture. Decide whether each feature is inherited or learned. You're going to write the feature in the correct column next to the matching organism. All right, so together I'm going to look at the first one, and we see that it's a photo of an elephant on a ball. So inherited, and remember, inherited means born. So if I read all my choices, plays ball, curly hair, balances on a ball, reddish brown hair, stays on command, jumps through a hoop, fins on the back, wrinkled gray skin. I am going to write wrinkled gray skin because an elephant is born with wrinkled gray skin. What is something on the photo that it shows this elephant has learned? It has learned how to balance, right here, balances on a ball. So I'm going to put that it learned how to balance on a ball. All right, you're going to finish doing the organizer using the features inside the box. And this is the one of the dog, the dolphin, and the little boy. When you are done, you can turn that in for your weekly assignment. If you want to do something extra at home, you can work on this page, which is on the back, and it's just extra credit if you choose to do it. It's just connecting with your child in family traits interview to where the students would learn about inherited traits. They're going to interview a parent and child who are biologically related. You don't have to do it. It's just extra credits. All right, and that is your weekly lesson on traits for this week in science.